I think we should go with OpenSignal, Ankit.
All right. Yeah, sure. Let me pull whatever there is. Is it a different branch or is it the same branch, Farad?
Same balance, same balance.
All right. It's up to date, right? CD.
Oh, someone's got a cool terminal. Is that Powerline 10K we're looking at there?
Yes,
That's
it is.
as if I've ever
Yeah,
seen
you
it.
better believe it. But if you really want to be cool, you probably want to get yourself here, I'll get the link. It's impossible to pronounce.
All
Look at
right.
that.
Let's change the address. Robston. Refresh. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's Rinkaby. That was a bad one, yeah. Right, great. Farad, this isn't using the new contract?
No. I couldn't get the API.
All right, no pressure. All right, so let's see what you have right now. Let's try creating a project, right?
Ankit, could you present as though no one knows what this is?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do that. Okay. Um, so basically what OpenSignal is basically what we want is to fund uh, open source and public projects. So the idea is that anyone can essentially create these things, which we are calling like projects. And so basically what we do is each project becomes its own ERC20 token, and we kind of collateralize that particular project with our governance token, which we're calling OpenSignal, and then we allow them to stake those tokens on that particular project. And so the overall idea is that we can kind of use this entire thing as a curation mechanism. So depending on how much has been staked, we kind of give them quadratic funding. And basically, this is, I think, what Amir is working on, and I think he's actually done fair progress on that. Is that whenever you stake a certain amount, it basically also gives you rewards on that. So, which like basically, if you have a DAO or like any entity that wants to kind of give rewards to these stakers, they can essentially choose to do that, right? And to kind of keep things in control, like the tokenomics, so to say, everything is kind of done on a linear curve. So like right now it's just like a straight linear curve, right? And so that basically means that you start off with a you submit like 2 tokens, and then you get like that many shares worth of the project, and then people can choose to essentially purchase or sell their shares on the curve. And it's all algorithmic, basically. That's the entire idea. So any questions, or should we get started?
Do something.
Oh yeah, all right. So let's try creating a new one, right? Let's choose a photo. Let's pick a screenshot.
Okay.
I don't have any like all pictures on this computer are, like screenshots. So yeah, error link.
I invest in errors today. Errors are up.
Apparently, yeah. Oh yeah, this is fixed, so that's nice. Um, and then let's say that I want to put in like 100 tokens. I mean,
All
I
right,
have like
so
the entire
so
supply. So
hold on. I just want to be clear about what this 100 represents here, because it shows the symbol for Ethereum, but you're not creating 100 Ethereum. You're creating
no,
100.
yeah, it's actually 100 of the token, but we couldn't find like a symbol for it. Like previously it was dollars, and we had to change it from dollars because it's not dollars, and then we changed to Ethereum. So I guess the concern is the same, yeah, that
It's like a coin with the troll face on it, maybe. or something.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
we'll get some design resources for you guys in a week or two.
Yes, let's do that. And so then we approve the token. Wait, it's Rinkaby, right? Oh yeah, it's Rinkaby, yeah. Is Rinkaby that slow? Yeah, it is slow. That's interesting.
Rinkaby is like 10 seconds, right? I think.
Honestly, no idea. Like, it's generally faster than this.
Maybe it's like a gas thing. Hit it with the speed up, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? You can
Oh,
have. Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's interesting. So is gonna wait for this to catch up, I guess.
Did it happen?
So after we approve, it should show create.
All right, so you're approving. So you didn't create 100 of a new token. You approved the moving of an existing ERC20.
Yes, exactly. So like
Is that
basically
how
this
it
is,
should be?
yeah, this is basically what we are calling like a self stake. So like when you're creating a project, we require like a two token. Like it's an arbitrary number for now. Like you need to self stake that amount of token to create a project, kind of like a committance fee, so to say, that you really want to create a project. But yeah, this has never happened before. Like that's what's so interesting. Like the first time you're seeing the error and it's in the live demo, so that is kind of interesting.
I
Okay.
believe that's a natural law. That's why we do these dog fooding sessions.
Okay, so let's.
That's just tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Oh, it won't let me tab. Oh, I don't like that.
All right. Take notes, everybody. Make the issues on the GitHub repo.
Yeah, I think we had a call at like 6:30 and we added like 10 issues at the same time. So yeah.
Got to get all those accessibility features in. We want blind people with screen readers to be able to yeet their tokens.
Oh, so it does detect that you've approved it, which is pretty nice. So now I can just go ahead and create it. Right? Yes. Okay. So it's gonna up it to like 5. So basically what's happening right now is it's getting uploaded to IPFS. So I think it's using nft.storage right now. So we kind of store everything on IPFS and then store the hash in the contract.
Nice.
And so basically when we're later fetching it, we get all the URIs together and then show it on the home page. So we're just gonna wait for this to be through and we can go back. Okay, that's great. So we should probably add like something after this that shows like it's created. But I think it's not there yet. Now let's go back here and it should be the one at the bottom. So this is basically using RPC calls, which is why I think it's a bit slow. So yeah, error is here, the address is here, the description is here. And since images are kind of, I'm not sure if they're encoded or not, but like IPFS just takes a while with images. So like it basically shows you the project, whatever address you've done, the website, your Twitter, and this is basically the contract address that is deployed for your particular project. And the ID is basically like just a unique identifier that you can get data with in the contract.
Okay, so you created this, now interact with it.
Yeah, so like let's say that I want to put in like more tokens at this point. So let's say that I'm a whale, so you know what, you can have 500. And then I want to
500 F?
500 of my governance tokens, yeah.
And I just want to be clear because I confuse easily. 500 of your governance tokens in this project itself or
Yes.
in Open Signal?
In this project. So OpenSignal itself is just like a protocol, right? So
okay. So didn't you only create 100 tokens?
No. I already the token is I already have it from beforehand. I have like 10 billion. I don't know how much this is, but yeah. So I'm basically staking my existing tokens on these projects.
And so what's the analog if we're going to be using this, let's say, in production on mainnet? Are we talking about everybody has to stake GTC, or is OpenSignal going to have its own thing? Or I'm not. I,
So I haven't exactly given thought to it, but if we were using this for something like D grants, I'm not sure if you will be like very rare chance to be honest. Then in that case, yeah, you would be using GTC for that, right? But like it depends on like what does the collective want to do as well. Because I mean the point is it's meant to be extensible in a way as well, so you could just plug in your own ERC20 token and just make the protocol work, right? So it's kind
I
of meant to be an extensible thing. It's not just that you have to do it one way or the other.
Okay. Please think through what you would like to see on mainnet because it's close to your heart, so you'll be the deepest thinker on it. And then you can give us guidance once you've got a fully working vision, and then we can start iterating on it. I think that's like our go-to method for all these projects.
So like personally, like for the collective, what like I would say like I just want to do what the collective decides, right? So if you would like to use GTC for this, I think we can go ahead with that. But I mean, it mostly depends on like the point is the entire project is all built by collective people. So it's Huxwell who just joined, and then it's Amir who joined recently, and then it's Farhad and me who have been working it for like the past month, right? So if I had to see like use GTC with this, I would have no problems with that. So for me, it kind of depends on what the collective and my team wants.
Cool. So, just for everybody listening, the way that the collective works now is that if you can think clearly, you're a member of the collective, and so you can speak with the voice of the collective. And we encourage everybody to take initiative, think things all the way through to production to roll out and build towards that vision, and then tell us where you've gotten, and then we can yes and or we can or but and we can build a vision from there, but each of us speaks with the voice of the collective.
Makes
You
sense.
have the power.
Yeah. So I think for at least one iteration, what I would like to do is that we do an implementation with GTC so that so like we have QD as a way of funding ourselves technically, right? So apart from QD, how about we use this way, which basically the idea is that each project can become a project that lives in OpenSignal, and you stake GTC on them, and yeah, but depending on that, you get GTC rewards as well. So does that sound something that we as a collective should do?
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'd like to see maybe also like open signal's own, like just deploy another ERC20 so that we can play around with it and really understand the dynamics, because I'm sure everyone's going to be a little nervous about using their real GTC. Just like try to think about a staged rollout, like maybe involving Matic. But yeah, using GTC on mainnet seems like a very viable future option for sure.
Yeah, like for now, like I have all the testnet coins, right? So anyone who wants to use it can just ask me for some, and then they can use the app. So
Oh,
um,
okay. Where you're hosting the front end on localhost, right? So I can't just spin this up right now on my browser,
yeah,
can I?
true. We should probably like get this put on Surge or something.
All right.
Probably
It's
Farhat can help with that because I don't really know. Um, but okay, by the way, can we use Tip Party to give like any arbitrary tokens? Is that possible?
um tip partyists?
So like I could just Tip
In
Party
theory.
everyone.
In theory, but I think maybe
Oh,
it's not
okay.
implemented for arbitrary tokens right now on the front end.
Got it. Can someone like confirm in that case? Like I will just use that. Is Varun not here?
Bliss is probably heads down
Wait,
doing a
what's up?
bug
What's up?
fix.
Yeah, Ryan was right. Okay. So what I was saying is, does Tip Party support like any ERC20 right now, like on Rinkeby?
I believe we on Rinkeby we have like a dummy token for GTC, but not you can't just do any ERC. I think that's what it is.
Okay, okay. So I guess like fine, if you can't use Tip Party, then just let me know if you want some testnet tokens to use the app. And once we make it live, we'll also like post it so you can use it, so we can kind of get a better idea of how the UX is for everyone. Yeah.
All right, so I think next steps for this are pretty clear. You want to get it online in a way that everybody can access the front end. You're going to want to announce it to the whole collective channel. You're going to want to make a channel just for this, for people to talk about using it. And you're going to give everybody some way of getting tons of these test tokens so that we can start using it, so we can start demoing it. And maybe also pick a URL and tell Kevin to buy it. And then we can hook up the Cloudflare DNS to it. And that should be plenty. And then we'll see this again dogfooding for a couple more weeks.
Yeah, actually, yeah, let's do that. I will actually write them down because I'll forget very quickly. So I just make notes as soon as possible.
That's good, because we do not have a scribe and my capacity for taking notes is weak.
Ask for domain. All right. So I think I forgot to demonstrate the last part, right? So let me just do that. Like actually adding the signal. I think we missed that. And I think after that, we can just end this project.
Awesome. Good dog food. Tasty. Yummers. Woof. Probably the dog narrative is getting a little weird. I'm going to tone that down.
We call it lunch.
But you wouldn't want to eat for...
Oh, it's added, but I think we need some user feedback. Yeah. Let's just try refreshing it. I think it should show up.
Just eat it.
Yeah. So it shows like we added like 100 tokens. So now the signal basically increases to the 100. And the staked is basically like the self stake of the whoever created it. We're actually kind of on the way to modify that. So like you can see your own balance here instead. And yeah, just like quality of life stuff